Kadi joins me now to bring us up to speed with what you've been saying on our social media X.
Aren't you proud of my girls?
Yeah, super proud. Breaking the record at the Olympics, getting the quarterfinals for the first time by an African team. Wakama becoming the best coach in that Olympics, and now this. So come on, we need to give the ladies some credit.
And we need to also celebrate young Nigerians, because they're doing great things, obviously. Wakama, a lot of people were shocked when they saw her age. They thought she was maybe in her 40s, but clearly she's way younger than that. So young people, this is just a reminder that the future and today belongs to you. So let's do the best we can. But let's start with what you're saying right now. And I think a lot of people have talked about it's not a visit, really. The NLC president eventually went to the police HQ for questioning. An invitation had been sent, and Jeffrey, you walked us through that story earlier on. So people have been talking about what happened yesterday, particularly labor unions across the country also mobilizing and saying they would sort of occupy police stations across the country until
they actually did.
Yes, until Joe Ajero is out of interrogation, and they did in some parts. But take a look at what people have to say about that. We start off with Okunla Babatunde, who says that all I know is that if he has nothing to hide, he has no reason to fear, and that's referring to the NLC president, Joe Ajero, who honored the police invitation yesterday.
At the end of the day, when you look at this, it shouldn't be a big deal that you're invited by the police and then you answer questions. But perhaps the climate and the things we've seen happen in the country, if the police invites you, it's an invitation, you're supposed to honor that invitation. But maybe they know things we don't know, and they needed to, mobilize their people just in case. So the police got the warning signal, or the government got that warning signal that not only you are influential, we too can pull some strings. But we're happy he went, he came out, and let's see how it plays out eventually. I know they asked him about whether he was going to sue them or counter-sue them for the allegation. He said, depends on what comes out of this interrogation and investigation. Ayuba Haruna says, if your hands are clean, you don't need all these people. Just go and answer the police. If anything goes wrong, your people will mobilize.
And Alakunle says, well, Ajero should tread softly. You fight today and you hide tomorrow. But this kind of activism won't help, the Caesar believes, saying the same people who are hailing you, come on. So dump you, that's quite authoritative, except you have those people on speed dial and they've told you and they will dump him then. But I think we get the point being made.
All right, this has to do with an airport cleaner that returned $10,000 at the Kano airport. $10,000 about 1 point, no, that's more than that.
That's about $10,000.
$10,000. Let me not do the conversion. I almost made a mistake.
I see where you're going.
You want
to say 16 million or what?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to say that, yes. Oh boy, I can't imagine. There was a day I was looking through one of my accounts and I saw the dollar. I think at that particular place, I saw the conversion. I was like, what? Just maybe $1 is... That time it was like almost 2,000 naira. Like, whoa, this is not nice. Okay, where are we now?
Yeah, that should cleaner. And I think it was quite commendable for him to return that.
Absolutely. Money. And Dina Asuko says, that's a man of integrity, discipline, and honesty. Remain in your honor. Absolutely.
So Samuel is next with this one. Okay, that's the previous one from Andino. But Samuel has this to say, this was an opportunity to do the right thing, and he did just that. Never take what doesn't belong to you. You can say that again. I think we should just pass this across board from those in government, those in positions of authority. It's as simple as never take what doesn't belong to you. Just simple and straightforward, Jeffrey.
I like the simplicity.
Very simple.
Fasai Kerfu says, stories like this give us hope that maybe, just maybe, people like this guy will occupy the position of power. May God bless this man.
This man, by the way, is Awal Dankodi. That's his name. Let's get used to saying that when people do great things, let's name them. And when they do the wrong things, let's name and shame, as they always say. This next user says, that's Onimisi. In this economy, that's how this next comment starts, Jeffrey. In this economy.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to him and the good people of Kano. This guy has a good heart.
So these are the kind of people who give honors, Fanabia says, this is commendable. I will do same because I like to put myself in other people's shoes. What if it was my money that got lost or got missing, I guess? I will be super glad if someone returned it. Well done. And God bless you.
Indeed. Let's now switch gears now and talk about another issue. It's been on for a while. The House of Reps trying to regulate house rents across the board. We've seen it happen in some states, even the FCT now, but it looks like they're going to be moving ahead with this one as the House of Reps is seeking to regulate outrageous house rents in Nigeria. Now the question will be, what will be the definition of a house rent? Who's deciding the value? And I mean, just pray that you have a good landlord at the end of the day. Unwana has this to say, regulating house rents is a step in the right direction, but the real issue is enforcement. Without strict penalties for landlords who violate these regulations, it's just another empty promise.
Hamzon Zani, okay, Amsom, I'm not sure. It's a great idea. Rent keeps increasing every year, and those landlords don't care if tenants have the money or not at all. Is to pay their rent. Agreement and commissions keep increasing. Agreement and commission only is between 300K and 600K. For why?
And add to that, people who say you have to pay for 2 years before you get the property. The next user, Okocha, has an interesting angle to this one. Let's see if we can probe it. This user believes it will cause housing scarcity and increase in cost. Okay. You might want to explain how this will cause housing scarcity if they regulate the rent. Goes on to say government was not the one providing most of the houses before now. True. If they neither consider the cost of a building nor the current economy, then landlords will simply stop building new apartments, leading to scarcity. So I think that's the explainer there. But what happens to the current ones that are available?
Exactly. Victor Bassi says, dear reps, you cannot regulate house rents for individually owned property, considering the high cost of building materials. But you can make laws for government to build affordable houses and then regulate rent there. Set your priorities right. Thank you.
Okay. Just pray you have a good landlord. I'll leave it at that. Moving on to this next one, it's a sad one, really, and it's happening in Zamfara State. The police is not happy as they say that a soldier shot dead a DPO in the state. As at press time, we've not heard anything from the military, but we'll hear from Nigerians. One Pocket is the first user who says, I hope this won't be a security service clash in Zamfara State. It's never what we want to see.
Never, never. AVP Deal says that's the terrible news. The security situation seems to be worsening in the country.
So all right, we'll see how that plays out.
We hope it doesn't escalate beyond that.
Indeed, and we do hope that they sit down and talk about these things, and whoever is found wanting is punished. And the final trend we'll take for you, it's a very touchy subject when it concerns Jackpot. And you see that Canada is reported to have barred visa holders from applying for work permits. So
if you come to chill.
And go.
Don't hustle.
Don't hustle. There you go. Samuel Imoisili has the first one saying, I don't even blame them because the number of at which foreigners are migrating to that country is alarming. Other countries, okay, let me translate it. There are other countries, okay, let me just take the picture. Other countries, we go accept immigrants. Instead, we they do ourselves, they go UK, US, and Canada.
All right, so one last one on this particular issue. Rose Harvey says, unfortunately, this is going to affect some good immigrants. I know, good being the ones invested in Canada will contribute to our society and integrate into our culture. It's absolutely is the bad actors who take advantage of our generous system and ruin it for everyone.
Just to be clear, a lot of people who migrate go there to add value to the economy.
Exactly.
Particularly for those who have an aging economy, or aging population rather. You have young people from here going to contribute. But on a final note, just one more. Due to popular demand, by the way, for people who love Rema, Edo State and some other states are celebrating 33 years, right, since creation. And following that, the Edo State government has named Edo Arena after who? Rema. So Rema fans, this is for you. And Cold Pepsi has the first one on this, saying the recognition Edo State is giving Rema is massive. He just laid the first block of Edo Arena, and it will be called Rema Dome after him.
And Goodness and Mercy said, this is more than homecoming. This is legendary.
Okay, so I think it's only right to say, everybody calm down, calm down. It will go around as much as you're, taking the image of a country and doing good with it, whether you're young or old, then definitely posterity will be kind to you. And we look forward to you being honored as well.
Absolutely. So I think it's also a political masterstroke by the governor as well. Yeah. You can't take away politics from this as well. There's no gainsay. Okay. But I think it's good to recognize the efforts of these guys in the culture and doing it at this time, just before the election. So it's all encompassing. It's
Jeffrey,
a good game.
I can imagine the politicians saying, no, we just did this in good faith. Oh, there's elections. We didn't even think about that.
Okay. We're here. We agree. If you say it's not politics, no, it's okay. It's not that. But we say it's a good thing. The most important thing is that it's a good thing that a young man like Rema, under 30, he's barely in his early 20s. He's being recognized by his state. I think that is we must commend the government for that recognition, because he's just been immortalized at that age.
True, and we hope other states will do the same. If you have stars, by all means, honor them.
All right, so congratulations to the government, to Rema, and thank you for recognizing the culture. All right, so we will take a quick break. When we come back, we'll now get to the very first conversation for the day. Join us again.